Hello, you guys. It's Amanda Noddings, a coach on Team 360 and founder of Team Driven. And today I want to make a quick video for you on the apps I use to work on photos and how I organize those. So if you can see on your screen, I think it's over here because everything's in reverse to my screen. This is my iPhone screen. Pay no attention to the amount of emails. I know it's ridiculous. I'm going to try and do this really quick and really condensed. So hopefully, if it's too fast, you can rewatch it, and you can always ask me questions below the video if you have them, but I hope you find this helpful. So let me get started here. This is my main phone screen you're seeing, and if you scroll to the right to my next screen, here's some other stuff. These are my basic social media ones that I use for coaching, so I have them all on one page on purpose. On the next page, you can see these are all video and photo editing apps that I use to make my pictures, and I have them all in one place so that if I want to edit a photo, there they are. So these are some of my favorites. I use iMovie up at the top right there for editing and cropping videos. If it's a regular clip and I just want to trim off the ends, I use this Trim and Cut app on the top left. And then all the other ones are pretty much photo ones. Over the year I have, or two, that I've been coaching, I have downloaded free ones. I have purchased some. I know a lot of people say, well, I can't get this logo off mine unless I have the paid app and it's $1.99. Well, if it's $1.99 and you use it every day, wouldn't that be easier if it opens like options for you? So I try and do a lot of the same things because I want to keep my brand and my photos. I want people to look at them and know it's me and my work. But I also don't want them to be boring and repetitive. So you'll find a style that works for you, but don't just do the same thing as other coaches. Try and find your own flavor and what you like. I see photos all the time that I think are amazing, and I'm like, how did they do that? So try and Google, fool around with some. But when you find one you do love, maybe then you pay the $1.99 to purchase it. It's like Photify or something. The ones I have that I never really use, those I'd put in a little folder there, so I have them if I want them, but otherwise I don't worry about it. So here's the ones I use the most. Pick, Play, Post is good for doing trio videos or video collages. You can see you can pick a layout. You can put a still photo in one and a photo in the other. So that's a great one I like. And you have all sorts of layouts you can use. I use those. If you go to my Facebook business page, it is facebook.com/teamdrivenfitness. You can see several of those. If you look under videos, you'll see these framework ones. This is the app I use for those. Let's see what else we have. So let's do one, okay? And I'll just walk through it with you. So you want to pick a picture that exemplifies what you're trying to portray, and you want to put a message with it. It's always better than using a stock photo to create something that speaks to you and uses your imagery and your hard work. And it doesn't matter what you look like, and you don't have to be half naked. You just need to be you, showing that you are a product of the product and you're doing what you should be doing. So before this gets much longer, let's go ahead and pick one. So what I do is I go in first into my photos, and I kind of try and find the one I want to use. So you'll see, hopefully there's nothing inappropriate on here, but you'll see this is a post I'm doing later today. My daughter doing Valentine's. I just snapped this picture. She's doing it right now. And you can go into your photos. You can search by bursts. If I use a timer cam, it's bursts. So sometimes I find them there. You'll see and then I'll go through there and pick one, or maybe this one. And she said, "You're doing great." I love it. This one, different ones that I might use into a post. So those come into bursts. So that's an easy way to find those. And then if I find one I want to use, I usually favorite it, and that way I can come down here and find it under favorites. If I see a quote, so here's one I did the other day, and this is kind of my brand and my font and my colors. If you see one that you want to use, you can favorite it so you can find it easier. And if you see a quote you might want to use, you can always screenshot that, which is what I do, so that I'll remember for later. So I think if I go into my pictures, I can see this quote I want to use today that I saw on Instagram, so I just screenshot it. It says, "The distance between dreams and reality is called action." So I'm going to use the app that I use the most, probably, is called WordSwag. And you can see here's a couple others. Live Collage, I have the paid version of that. It has tons of layouts, fonts, all that stuff. Over This is a great one. I heard about this on a National Wake Up Call, downloaded it and love it. And you can pick your photo. And once you pick it, it will give you a little wheel over here. And you can scroll around and see what you want to do to it, add text to it. You can change what it says. Goggle, that sounds good. You can change the font really easily. Let's say you find one you like, you can make it bigger, turn it. You can change the color and find a color you like. You can change the size, shadows, opacities, and make it brighter or darker, all sorts of things. So you just have to play around with it to see what works for you. And it will get easier, I promise. But I am going to cancel out of that. So over is a great one. Pic collage, a lot of people use, and that's a wonderful one that I love. Flipagram is for making those ones that show a picture for 5 seconds and turn into a little movie. Rana Designs, I've been using that a lot lately. Animoto is what I use to make my transformation video. If you haven't seen that, it's on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Amanda Noddings. So you can check it out there and see what kind of stuff that can do. Anyway, those are just my favorite little ones I use the most. Hold on. I'm making chicken curry. So excuse me while I add my coconut milk and stir my chicken and add my veggies. The life of a busy mom, multitasking. What? Yes, you can. Sorry, guys. Busy mom coaches do 2 things at once. While I make this video, I'm cooking chicken curry for work. So, okay, here's your lid. And helping my daughter make her Valentine's. So let's pick a photo, okay? Let's get this show on the road. So go into, I'm going to go into WordSwag, excuse me, and I'm going to pick the photo. It will give me the option to use one of theirs to start, which is this lower right, or I can go in and do, so there's one of theirs, or I can go into camera roll and I will pick the photo that I want to use. So I'm going to use, let's see, I had one in mind, didn't I? There, let's use this. Here's a picture. Now you can see the shadow there. It shows that I can crop it. I can zoom in and out. I can move it around. I could keep it full. I can not crop it and have it be the whole thing. But I like to do square because then I can use it on Instagram and Facebook. So there we have that. I'm going to make it show as much of the picture as I can. So there we go. Square crop. I am going to play with the image a little bit. So I can change a filter first. Get that out of there and see what it looks like. Filters are all on the bottom. I don't usually use filters unless I'm on my Instagram. Well, that's kind of cool with the blue. I like the black and white today, I think. That's a little too dark. You can blur it. Let's try this and maybe make it darker. There, I like that. Okay, now I'm going to go to the text and I'm going to go in here to change it. And I will say the distance between whatever was called whatever, can't remember. So I'm going to go out and look at my camera roll. Like I said, I screenshotted the quote I want to use. The distance between dreams and reality is called action. So I go into my WordSwag and I write the distance between dreams and reality is called action. Save and close. Okay, there's the quote. Now I got to find a good place on this picture to put that quote, right? And I also want it in my brand, so I want to try and find something, the fonts I like to use the most. I like this one. Sorry, husband calling. So you can make it bigger, smaller. I can play around and it will give me different versions of it. I still want to be able to see the picture. I can do this and put it over here on the side. I like that. I can make the text a different color, right? I move that up. All right. And then I want to go back to the image, play with the brightness again. I think I like that. Now I'm going to say I'm done. Now it will give me the option to reswag or add a watermark. I will reswag it. It will give me the exact same font, exact same size. I'll put it in a different color. Match it up right where I want it. Now I have that. I'll say I'm done. This is my process every time. I will reswag it one more time. I will change that to say facebook.com/team driven fitness. There's my page. Continue. Okay, now here it is. Now I want to change the style. There's one I use for that. Put it there. Maybe a little smaller so it doesn't interfere with the picture. I can change the opacity of that and make it a little lighter. And there we have it. Picture's done. Every step of the way it's saving it. If I want to go back and change something, I can. And then when I'm ready, I can go to Facebook. I can go to my Driven Fitness page. And I can get ready to post this. And I can put this photo in here. You can see there's the first version, the second version, and the third version that has the final watermark on it. And I can go in there and do that. I could even play with the way it looks even more now that I have this Facebook filters. I can layer the two filters on top of each other, kind of like that. And there you have it. So that's what I'll do. You'll be seeing this post up on my page later on. And that's the steps I take to make a video. Those are the apps I like. I really recommend you just Google search, get used to doing that, research yourself, play around with free versions, try some things out, see what you like, and then experiment. This is all just playing around. I had no graphic design experience, no kind of experience with any of these apps, and my phone used to have way more memory. Now it's full of photos and photo apps, but I use it daily for my business, and I just have a nice little storage of the memories of my journey along the way. Hope this helped you guys. Please put questions you have below the video. Sorry for talking so long and cooking chicken in the middle. Have a beautiful day. Love you guys. Bye.